I'm David.
I'm Skylar.
I'm James.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're the Virtual Boys, with a podcast dedicated to talking about all things Nintendo. You can find the Virtual Boys on their website at virtualboys.xyz. While there, you can subscribe, check out the latest Nintendo news, join in some great discussion, read extra opinions about Nintendo, and even follow us on social media. We hope you enjoy the show. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well.
Hey, doing good.
Welcome to yet another episode of the Virtual Boys. Let's just jump right in and get started with some news.
All right, first up, we have a Splatfest coming up. It's Autobots versus Decepticons.
Robots in disguise.
Yes.
Autobots, roll out!
What are these Splatfests? I don't even know what they are.
First we have marshmallows and hot dogs, and now we've got Autobots
So-
and Decepticons.
Right, but what's the point?
So the Splatfest, everybody who plays Splatoon gets together, well, like, in different regions. And then they all play against each other to compete for whichever object they like more. Like the hot dogs versus marshmallows. If you like hot dogs more, you're on hot dogs team, you know, that kind of thing. And then you fight, like, to succeed.
So yeah, there's a popularity vote and then like a battle, who wins the most battles or something like that.
Yeah, and then if you
collect
win,
items.
you get like these special little seashell things or whatever that can upgrade your gear even more.
Oh,
So like,
so that's why everyone's into them then.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely worthwhile to play through them.
cool.
It's like if you have a shirt that has 2 empty slots on it, if you use one of these shells, it gives you a third slot on the clothing or the gear. And then also, I can't remember what else you get, but it's just a lot of fun. And the music's different too when you play the game. It's really cool.
Smash did something similar where, you know, you like which robotic character you like better or whatever.
Yeah,
like, something like that.
Yeah, Smash Brothers does stuff like that too. Online.
Yeah, and Japan's new Splatfest is going to be grasshoppers versus ants. So
Makes perfect sense. Do you feel like you're more like a grasshopper or an ant? I'm leaning towards the ant.
I just don't want to get
I think
squished.
ants work better together as a team than grasshoppers.
Oh no, ants are taste like lemons. Okay, I don't know.
Anyway, so Splatfest is on its way, so get on it. So, in other news, the the Wii U had a system update, version 5.5.0. It was updated on August 17th. Now, this update removed the Nintendo TV icon, which was officially discontinued last week. And yet again, we have another system stability and usability update. Man, our Wii U's and 3DSs are so secure. That's all they say in the changelog about these things. So.
Yeah, more ways to brick your console. Let's go.
There's a reason why they got rid of Nintendo TV.
Yeah, I didn't even use it at
No one
all.
used it.
They got rid of the app on the 3DS for video too, or at least they're discontinuing it soon too.
The video?
I
Yeah,
didn't know
like
what-
3DS
I didn't
video or
know there was
Nintendo
one.
video or something
I
like
think
that.
you can still play YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube
Yeah.
is still on both consoles.
Okay. Okay. Yokai Watch launches on November 6th in the United States. Yokai Watch is a huge phenomenon in Japan right now. Everywhere you go in Japan, there's something Yokai Watch. It's crazy. It's very similar to Pokemon and how it plays, and I don't know how well it's going to do in America, considering it's a lot of Japanese culture and theology. So, but it could be interesting. It is different from Pokemon. So if you do like Pokemon but want a different take on it, it's not a bad idea to pick it up. They're still pumping out games like crazy. It's level 5 who does it, but
Yep.
they're still pumping out games in Japan like crazy. So maybe if you
Even the
get-
spin-off sold millions of
Oh
copies.
gosh, it's crazy.
The game doesn't even play like Yokai Watch, and it
I mean,
still makes millions.
This is getting so crazy that they're gonna have a Yokai Watch movie every year for a long time, just like they have a Pokemon
like
movie
Pokemon.
every year, and it's gonna be huge.
Are the Pokemon movies still released in theaters
Oh,
in
yeah.
Japan?
Yes,
And
yes, they are.
like, if you don't go see the new Pokemon movie, you're like, dude, you're not cool, basically.
You're not edgy enough.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Yokai Watch is going on the same route.
Uh,
We've got some more details on Super Mario Maker. The Animal Crossing amiibo cards are going to be supported, which is fascinating.
Interesting.
all of them?
Well, the Nintendo website
All
so
of
far
them?
only details the first wave or the first series.
Oh my goodness.
So,
We're
It's
gonna have
be
waves.
ridiculous. Oh.
so
Oh.
yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Oh,
We've also
man.
spotted Waluigi in some of the videos that have been put online. So
Yeah, the Mario Maker, yeah.
Finally, Waluigi can be in a platformer.
He's in a mainline Mario game. He's a shoo-in for next Smash. Easy now.
Is this the first time he's been in a mainline Mario?
Uh-huh, yep. First time he's been in a mainline Mario game.
You saw him in tennis.
You saw him in Mario Kart.
No.
Not in 7, though. We have a stage, but not him.
But now you can play as him.
In a mainline Mario game for once.
Tanya, he'll be in Smash and he'll have a tennis racket. That'll be his thing.
Tennis racket. It'll be so good. It'll be so
We have
good.
enough Mario.
We need Waluigi. We need him. We need Waluigi.
You just like Wario.
No, I like Waluigi. Wario's already in the game. We need Waluigi. Wario does have his own franchise, though. Like his own series.
That's true.
Well, he's got 2 of them,
Kind
actually.
of.
He's got 2 series. He's got the Wario Land series, and he's got the WarioWare series.
WarioWare series.
Those are both his.
He's still really closely tied to Nintendo, or to Mario, though.
Yeah, kind of like Donkey Kong.
He's
in a
closely
way.
tied to Nintendo. Yeah, he's closely tied to Nintendo. Really? Didn't know that.
Donkey Kong, though.
Yeah. Any other news, guys?
There was a people making like fake amiibo kind of thing.
Oh,
And-
right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what Nintendo's gonna do about it, but like they have this like whole thing where you can choose the image you want, but the system will read it as like, you know, your NES or your super rare items like Little Mac or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a backup system, but it's a kind of a corrupted backup system in that you can connect it to your computer and download other NFC data
Oh.
so that you can like play with NES or unlock all of the skins in Mario Kart 8 or whatever.
So I don't know.
This
I'm
is
pretty
bound to
sure.
happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nintendo's gonna do something about it. But
Well, what they
NFC
should
technology
do-
is so easy to crack.
Yeah.
Like people have been doing it with their Android phones too that have NFC chips.
oh yeah.
What what Nintendo should do is just make more amiibo that aren't.
No, that's stupid. That's too easy.
That doesn't fix the problem.
Yes, exactly. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, you're telling me people don't want that Martha amiibo? he's not. He's not
Wait,
desired.
we made more Martha Amiibos. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding. They did make more Marths, but that's not gonna be enough.
No, they never make enough amiibo. Ever. Especially since, what is it, Duck
They made
Hunt?
enough Marios, didn't they?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and
Mario,
Zelda's apparently.
Mario's stocked. He is stocked.
I can't find Mario. I'm just.
You can't find Mario.
Well,
Mario's
they need to make
missing-
more Duck Hunt, right? Isn't Duck Hunt only available in the GameStop 3-pack?
It's
The
not just
3-pack.
GameStop only.
Oh,
It's not
but it's
exclusive.
only available in the 3-pack, so you have to buy 3 in order to just get Duck Hunt Dog.
I just completely disconnected myself from the Amiibo. It just seems like a complete mess.
It's
at
for the
moment.
best. It's for the best.
Yeah.
Skylar has a complete collection
I
of
just
Smash.
recently recently got the imported copy of Dr. Mario, Bowser Jr., and Captain Olimar.
Your collection's
Good job.
complete.
Yep, it's not even out in America, and I have them now.
Yay, Japan!
And I didn't have to pay scalpers. It's great. I just had to pay import fees. We're good.
I tried to get this guy like a Japanese amiibo when I was there, but he was like, "Nope, I already ordered them online." It's like, what the freak?
I got a friend. I know someone.
Does he speak English pretty well?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well enough, I guess, to write it
well enough.
to some degree. But
I
yeah,
should type in Japanese. But anyway, sorry.
Anything else, guys? Any other news?
should be good.
I'm good.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to take a quick break now, and we'll be back with our next segment of the podcast.
So guys, lately we've been talking a lot about third-party support for Nintendo amongst ourselves. What are your thoughts?
Nintendo really needs to recapture the magic.
I agree.
Parties.
Nintendo had a lot of, friendship with the third parties.
Friendship.
I mean, there used
What
to
kind
be.
of friendship?
I don't know. I mean, just friendship is in like they
Yeah.
host all of
Friends
a
with
lot of
benefits,
games.
if you know what I mean.
It's some money.
I mean, Final Fantasy used to be on Nintendo consoles.
Well, yeah,
But-
forever ago. Like,
Yeah.
how long
Yeah.
ago has it been since Nintendo was considered in strong relationships with third-party support?
GameCube had a lot of its
Did-
support.
did
Mhm.
it?
It had special Final Fantasy games specifically made for the GameCube. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Capcom made like 5 games specifically for the GameCube, like Piano 3. And
Okay.
they used to have Beautiful Joe specifically for the GameCube, and
Because I know the
One of the
N64
things.
was really weak on third-party
Oh,
support
yeah.
as well.
yeah, I think
Like,
N64.
Rareware was it. That was all.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
the
much.
N64 didn't
That was
have
back,
anything.
but did it really need that much third-party support back then?
Oh, it got slaughtered by the PlayStation.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the PlayStation. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, PlayStation had tons and tons of third-party support.
Well, yeah, I think that's because honestly, like the N64 had good games, but it just was behind in the technology.
I mean, it had
No, N64 was ahead in technology. I mean, it didn't have CD-based, but
Yeah,
it
it was
was a
CD-based.
64-bit system instead of a 32.
But the CD base was the future, and it was easier to produce and stuff like that. So
yeah,
That's-
N64.
I think
cars.
that's my
Games
opinion,
just
though.
looked a lot better, though, on the N64
Oh, yeah.
and loading times.
Well, the PlayStation 1 had a lot of 2D sprite games still.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
Rayman
very
was a
true.
2D sprite game. I mean,
true.
and that's one of the big games that people remember from the PlayStation 1 that, that they had. So, yeah, the N64 did not have enough
Yeah.
support, and the
It was-
GameCube was better, but things started falling apart with the Wii U.
It was almost kind of a Dreamcast situation with the N64, but Nintendo, I don't know, they somehow they pulled through.
Well,
Dreamcast.
IBM's architecture is Nintendo's finally going away from it with the NX. So we might see them move closer to a development style that's closer to the Xbox One and PS4.
That would make it a lot easier for developers to get on it. I know that, or I'm not sure if it's still the case now, but definitely when they first announced Kingdom Hearts 3 years ago, they were planning on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 combined, like a dual release. I'm not entirely sure if it's both. I haven't double checked on that. But if it was, like, if the Wii U had an easier development cycle, much like the tools that developers get for the Xbox One, games like that people are excited for could come out on Wii U.
Yeah,
Well, NX now, because the Wii U's not going to get that, but
yeah. If as well as with the NX too, if they somehow make like both the handheld console and the physical console, like the home console, somehow communicate with each other better if they're on the same system, it'd be a lot easier to develop for both of them as well. You could sell your game on both platforms if you wanted, or I don't know, just have it on both.
So I guess it really just depends on how well the handheld sells, because that could support
Yeah,
the home
that's
console.
true.
Yeah,
Didn't the Wii get a lot of third-party support?
It did.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's
Could be
sold.
GameCube had a good amount, but,
But the thing was, with the Wii, all the support it got had to be exclusive games.
right.
There wasn't very many multi-plats for
Right.
it. So you got stuff like Red
yeah.
Steel. I love Red Steel 2. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorite games of
It's
last
fun.
gen.
Have you guys played Red Steel before?
I haven't.
Oh man,
you should pick
we
it
should do
up.
that as one of our games.
Yeah, that'd be so
sometime.
fun. Because it's not a bad game. I mean,
Oh,
Red
it's pretty
Steel,
enjoyable.
Red Steel 1 or 2?
2. No, the first one sucked.
Yeah.
I am kind of mad at Ubisoft for naming it Red Steel 2 because that probably hurt sales because of how bad Red Steel 1 was, and it had no connection to Red Steel 1 at all.
Yeah.
It was a complete reboot of the series.
Dang.
you haven't played it then.
No, I
But yeah,
Like-
the,
A month after Red Steel 2 came out, I bought it just because it cost like $10 to get a Motion Plus with the game
Oh, wow.
versus $20 to get a single Motion Plus
well, there you go. That's how you do it.
That's how you do
because it did not sell. But
yeah, the motion controls were probably what hindered a lot of developers from directly porting their
well,
games to
that
Wii.
and it wasn't HD.
That's
Right.
true.
And it was a completely different
absolutely.
architecture.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
Be awfully hard to port something like Batman Arkham Asylum or something to
You
the
had
Wii.
to just rebuild every game.
Exactly.
Right.
But also, the Wii sold more hardware than the other two systems.
True, there was a bigger install base for the Wii than any other console.
That's
well, at
probably
least in
why-
family homes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But software sales were kind of lacking too compared to like the of the three systems, Xbox 360 sold the most software.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of third-party games got buried underneath Nintendo's games. On
right.
the Wii.
And especially since
that's
the
true,
beginning
too.
of the Wii's lineup, Nintendo came out with some really big heavy hitters like Mario Galaxy, Metroid Prime 3.
Yes.
That's what people wanted the
Twilight
Wii for.
Princess was there at launch.
Yeah.
But that's what people wanted on the Wii.
Well, right.
That's what they
It was-
expected
it was
was
great.
the great Nintendo first party
I got an
awesome
Heck,
game.
man, I would even
But
say-
No More Heroes got like buried by
Right.
all the success of
Yeah.
Oh, I
and so
agree.
I think what happened with the Wii U is that the third party people were like, hey, look, with the Wii did very well. Let's get on this,
Is it perhaps that
Strain.
Nintendo doesn't promote third-party games as
It
much?
doesn't promote them nearly as
Doesn't
much
it
as
at
the other
all?
two
So
systems.
I
Yeah, the
know,
other two
like
systems.
Microsoft does a really good job
Yes.
of promoting.
Oh, they
their third-party
definitely do.
games.
I completely agree. I mean, I see commercials all the time that's like Xbox One, and then it's got like all of these games lined up for it.
Microsoft promotes
Microsoft does
third-party
well.
games like just as strongly as Nintendo does for first party. Probably
Yeah.
better than Nintendo does
Probably.
first party.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah.
Nintendo's been lacking a lot in
It really has.
in advertising.
It hits.
but-
It goes. I saw a commercial during Christmas, but of course it was like Mario. The new Super
And it
Mario.
was
Right.
like forever ago.
Yeah, well, it was like a dad like trying to play. Okay, like $20, like whoever wins or who has to go take the trash out for how this many days or whatever. It was so stupid.
The last campaign I remember from them was "Settle it in Smash."
Oh, that was good, but that was just Smash. Like, let's
Yeah.
get more.
There was that cheesy
put
one
more
with the
into
amiibo
advertising.
where the little boy and the little girl
Oh.
were like, he wanted to get close to her and she had a Peach amiibo, so he picked up the Mario amiibo.
Uh-huh.
The funniest part about it is that there's like this wall full of Marths and he goes immediately for the Mario amiibo.
You should have known better.
I haven't seen that one
Dude,
actually.
it's on YouTube. Look it up. It's hilarious. Like, the kid's like, "Oh man, I really like this girl. I should be Mario because she's Peach," and like goes for Mario.
Like-
there's like
Funny, like,
Fox and
he
Mars
like
on the wall.
he like passes through like all these like rare ones like Mars, but
How you doing, We Filtrator Bomb? Oh, villager.
a
hey,
girl,
Bob.
Mario.
Mario. Yeah. It's like, Nintendo's like, "Oh man, we'll pay you like $20 if you pick up the Mario one." You know, It's like trying to persuade. the
Okay.
kid. Oh sure, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Nintendo used to have a great relationship with Ubisoft and
That was the better one.
and Capcom and Namco a lot. Like they're still strong with Namco,
Yeah, I
but
think Namco's
Nam-
strong
well,
now.
well, not
Yeah.
as strong as
Not
they,
as strong as they used
Yeah.
to be.
Really?
Yeah, they had a
I think-
Tails game
Actually-
on the Nintendo console.
Actually, I think
They haven't had
they're
one in a long
developing
time.
stronger
Yeah, for a while.
relations.
I
'Cause
would think
during the
so.
GameCube era, they did not have that strong
Namco
relations
had
with Namco.
they had some.
They had
good stuff.
Symphonia.
well, Symphonia was before
and-
Bandai and Namco combined, right?
Pac-Man World 2 and
I
the
don't know.
exclusive.
I'm pretty sure it was just a Bandai game.
Okay.
back then.
And who has Sword Calibur? Is that what it is?
Soul
Calibur.
Calibur
Soul Calibur.
is Namco.
Namco.
Because they got the Link back in.
Yeah,
Right,
was
right.
Soul Calibur 2?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is like the best Soul Calibur. It's really
Anyway, so Platinum Games is at least sticking
Yeah,
with
Platinum
Nintendo.
Games, and
Platinum Games is doing a lot for everyone.
yeah,
though, it
Nintendo,
seems
don't
like.
mess this up. Just keep on going with Platinum Games.
I feel like the Wii U is focusing a lot on indie developers too right now.
Right.
I-
They call them
Trying
the
at
Nindies.
The Nindies, the like exclusive indie games
But are they
for
getting
Nintendo
They're not
consoles.
even really
big
exclusive, though.
indie-
Not really. The only big game is Shovel Knight, but Shovel Knight's available on other platforms.
Yeah, now it is, yeah.
Yeah. It,
Well, Mighty 9 is coming to all platforms, right? And then
Yeah,
But-
the game's kind of a disappointment.
at least we
Yeah.
finally got Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
I
guess.
really hope Nintendo creates strong relations with Playtonic Games after Ukulele's release.
that would be fantastic.
Yeah, maybe give them Duck Hunt to do.
Give us a new Duck Hunt
Give us a new
game.
Duck Hunt.
Duck
TV
Hunt
game.
in a banjo setting.
That would be so good. It'd be so good. It'd be like, oh, that's right, Rare. We can do a dog and a bird.
Hey,
That's
Rare,
great.
look.
Hey, Rare, look at this. This is what you used to do. I know Rare Replays like your history and stuff, and you're really proud of it. But what about the future?
Future. This is it, baby.
This is the present.
I'm looking at
I'm
you.
looking at you, Rare.
Right. But speaking of Rare, I still can't believe that there are more N64 games on the Xbox One than there are in the Wii U Virtual
Well,
Console.
they made
But
like half the N64 library,
Exactly.
so...
but- and we already
Half the
talked. We talked about this
Bible.
last week, didn't we?
Library.
But, yeah, I mean, I'd love to see more third-party support, and I might be a little bit selfish on this, but I definitely want Kingdom Hearts 3 on a Nintendo console.
be
But
huge.
it's not going to happen.
I'm surprised that it's
Not for a long
going
time.
on Xbox before Nintendo, but I guess, once again, it's just hard to port games over.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, we're not even getting the Mega Man collection on the Wii U.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's only on the
Seriously.
3DS.
It's on the-
only on the 3DS.
3DS.
Oh, I can
for
understand that'd be
Nintendo.
on.
It's on PS4.
Why is it-
Xbox One?
But it's on
and
PS4 and
3DS.
Xbox One, like
Yeah.
Skylar just said. But only on the 3DS for Nintendo. They're not even
I
going to bother.
swear
putting it
most
on
of the
Wii.
Mega Man fans are on Nintendo.
Oh,
Oh,
totally.
they are.
That's how we
Well,
got Mega Man and
why
Smash
doesn't
Bros.
Or
Namco-
they're,
why doesn't
well, they're either
Capcom
on
see
Sony
this?
or Nintendo.
I don't know why Capcom hates Mega Man so much. Like he's a fantastic character. Like he's really good. I don't know, man. It's
I don't
Mega
know.
Man.
Maybe something
could
in the
do
early
some-
2000s did something to.
We can
Capcom,
do
I
something
don't
in
know.
Smash Brothers you can't do in Marvel vs. Capcom. Fight Ryu with Mega Man. You can't do it. But like, I don't get their deal, man.
I don't understand either.
Yeah.
But at least we got Rayman.
So, what kind of third-party games would you like to see at the end of the Wii U? Like,
The end of the Wii
The
U?
Wii
So
U.
on the Wii U or on the NX?
Yeah,
I don't
on the
know.
Wii U.
The Wii U would be hard, man.
so not on the NX. So it can't be something that will also be on the other systems because once again, it's really difficult
Yeah.
to port.
Let's get an actual
Gosh.
Mega Man game. New Mega Man.
A new Mega Man.
Maybe even like a Pac-Man game that's actually like not the weird design of Pac-Man. I don't know.
But how would you do a Pac-Man
But
game?
it's
Mario
Well,
Pac-Man?
they did it with
Pac-Man-
Pac-Man World 2.
Have you played
That one was actually
Pac-Man
that's
really
the
World
fun.
same as what the
they-
weird stuff
They
is.
did
though,
Pac-Man
isn't it?
Versus. Pac-Man
Okay.
Versus, where they could easily do that on the Wii U. Because, you know, one person with the gamepad is Pac-Man, and then 4 other people are the ghosts chasing Pac-Man around the
That'd be fun.
maze. It'd
That
be a
would
lot
be
of
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pac-Man
I'd enjoy
game
that.
would be good.
That's what they did in Pac-Man Versus, and that was much harder to play on the GameCube because everybody had their own Game Boy Advances and the cables and everything.
Gosh, I don't know.
I would really like Capcom Cross Nintendo.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be super fun.
That'd be cool.
But how
A
would
traditional
it be
fighter.
like?
Well,
Oh,
it'd be-
traditional fighter.
It'd be a straight. Well, it'd be the
Like a s-
Capcom Versus
yeah,
series with Nintendo characters.
That'd be
So it wouldn't be
really
another
cool.
Smash Bros. game.
No.
But,
Right, Smash is Nintendo exclusive.
Capcom Cross.
And they would probably have to slim down the Smash roster to like
For sure.
Oh,
the
yeah.
top 12 Nintendo
All Fire
characters.
Emblem characters.
Just Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
and
yeah,
plus
I-
Luigi.
Mark, Hector, Link, Elwood, Roy,
This is perfect.
Robin,
Oh.
Lucina.
And Mario.
We have the whole roster set out.
It'll just be Mario and Fire Emblem characters. That's it.
And Link's just sitting in the background like, what?
Link's like,
How is it so caliber? That's what that translates to.
I was in a fighting game
I have
first.
Link's translator for the day. I'm just
That'd be so funny.
I would love to see Captain Falcon go up against like
That'd be so funny. Like
Captain
weird.
Falcon versus, like, I don't know.
Captain Commando. Is he on Capcom? Or?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So what about giving Nintendo IPs to third parties?
They tried to do
What they're doing
F-Zero.
now?
Well,
With
they're
a lot of
I mean they're
series?
starting to do it more now, but I
Right.
mean like other
Wand of
Nintendo
Gamelon.
franchises.
That was
That was a
forcefully
mistake.
taken.
That was working with the third party on such a level that the project was canceled, and they found a loophole to use all of Nintendo's characters. But that's Philips CDI. Anyway,
My boy.
My boy.
did you bring the light?
Scrabble
Well,
the
I'm,
Lord, I rule.
I'm really skeptical about that, just because I'm burned from other M still,
Oh yeah.
That's
We're still
true.
burning.
and I did not like Hyrule Warriors at all.
Hyrule Warriors is fun.
It's not
You have, to
bad.
be
But-
you have to be the right kind of person for
Right.
Hyrule Warriors.
You gotta love button mashing, and
Yeah.
that's the whole thing with Dynasty Warriors.
So, what series would we want to see other studios take on? Like Capcom used to do some Zelda games.
That's
Right,
true.
that's what I was thinking.
And they were
like,
good,
They did
too.
Minish Cap. They did
good.
the Oracle games.
Right.
I mean, those were fun.
Minish Cap,
They were good.
Minish Cap was really good. And I don't mind the World games either. So if they
They're hard as nails, though. They're so hard, man. Like the Oracle games, those are rough.
What if we gave Ice Climbers to a third party?
Do another Ice
To
Climbers
who?
game.
To do what? I don't even know what you would do with Ice Climbers
They
today.
just jump up
And they
mountain.
missed the latest Smash Bros. So
Yeah.
it's,
They're gone.
they're not coming back.
Ice Climbers. Woo! Ice Climbers are dead. Do it, the George.
He's crying.
They were top tier for too long.
Too annoying.
Diddy Kong's next.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna
I mean,
replace it with Trixie Kong, and it's the exact same thing. Yeah.
Put Dixie in instead of Diddy. It's cool. It's like, put Cranky in for crying out loud. Just put Cranky in.
yeah. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe take Metroid Prime to another Western studio.
Well, another studio like built a beta. I read some news about that.
Oh,
this
did they?
week. Yeah,
Yeah.
some studio was building a beta for like Prime 4 or whatever, like a new Metroid project. They took it to Nintendo, and Nintendo shut it down. They're like, no. So
Seriously?
they supposedly repaleted it to make
Yeah.
it like their own style of game.
Ah,
without
Nintendo,
Samus.
come on.
I heard the first line was the baby. I'm just,
Oh, he's
kidding.
joking. He's joking.
I would love Nintendo to go to Chair here in Salt Lake, who made Shadow Complex for 2D
Oh
Metroid.
yeah, Shadow Complex.
Shadow Complex.
Or even Punch Out because
It's a
they did
Metroidvania
Infinity Blade.
game. That was on the Xbox.
Yeah, it was an Xbox exclusive, where it was heavily inspired by Super Metroid. It feels like Super Metroid. You have like all the same power ups as Super Metroid.
Really?
They made a better Metroid game that like era than Nintendo did. But
Wow.
Oh man, Nintendo.
Other M versus Shadow Complex, yeah, just it's
Shadow Complex is really good, and it's 2D.
yeah, it's 2D.
Well, 2.5D, I guess. Some of the
Yeah.
shooting elements and things, but
But
Yeah.
like I've said in the past, they're just a bunch of IPs that Nintendo needs to capitalize on, and if it's through third parties, so be it. I think that'd be fun.
don't give up on Don't give up on F-Zero just because Criterion said no. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people who can make a good
Well, it shows that they have interest in bringing back
I know.
F-Zero.
Just don't give it back to Sega, please. Sega killed it on the GameCube, I guess. But hey,
Yeah, I don't think Nintendo can really trust Sega anymore, to be honest.
no,
I don't know.
No?
I don't know where Sega's going.
you don't know. Yeah,
They're
I
making
don't
another
really know what
Mario
they're
and
doing
Sonic
either
at the
right
Olympic
now.
I think
Games.
they might just leave the game industry at this point,
Yeah, like Konami.
like Konami. Well, they make most of their money off of gambling machines anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
They should
They-
just let their IPs, like, give their IPs to other people to make games with or something.
just give
you know?
Sonic to someone else, because you're not doing it.
So do you think Konami's going to start selling off their IPs?
I don't know if they'll sell them
no.
off,
No,
but they might let
I-
other people make games using their IPs and then they profit off of it.
maybe.
It could be like the deal that Marvel struck with Sony for Spider-Man. Sony gave Spider-Man back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Marvel. Spider-Man's now going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because they struck a deal. Marvel struck a deal with Sony. Sony was in charge of making the movies, hiring the directors, hiring everybody, and distributing it. So basically, even though Marvel should have all of the rights to it, since Sony swiped them up in the early 2000s, the deal ended up being that Marvel is going to take control of Spider-Man from now on. They're going to do the
Right.
screenplay, the directing, the casting, everything. But
Right.
Sony's going to take care of the distribution, and they're still going to make profit off of it
So
because
you're
they've worked
basically
with it.
saying that
Yes.
Konami would be
Konami could
Sony.
do something like
They'd be like
that.
a publisher,
They could be like Sony.
almost.
They could, give the IP to someone that could make better movie or video games in this case, and then profit off of it still by doing some sort of distribution or something like that. Like it could be a deal similar.
But would
to
they
that.
be the ones that would have to fund it? Because I think that's the whole deal of why they stopped making games, because it's
Well,
just too expensive to
if-
fund
I mean,
it.
it could be a deal similar to that Konami still holds onto the rights of those IPs, but they like still oversee everything that happens. But third parties can fund it and everything. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
an idea.
People would probably like making another Castlevania game or something.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Another Bomberman. I'm pretty sure they would like that.
I almost think Metal Gear has been beat too hard, though.
Well, they're probably going to release this.
I don't know if
last
you
Metal Gear
can
game
do Metal Gear without its director.
without Kojima.
But he
Kojima.
left,
Be
didn't
hard.
he?
It would be hard.
He left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
well,
left.
it's
Oh, he
supposed
fired?
it's supposed laid off.
I think,
Laid
yeah, I
off?
think he was just let go.
Yeah.
Really?
You're
I
not
thought he
making
just
enough
left.
games anymore.
I don't think it was that. His games are just really expensive to make. Like Metal
Very
Gear is
That's
expensive.
a good point.
a very expensive game.
yeah.
Huge risk.
Yeah, huge risk, but it usually pays off though. Like the Metal Gear fan base usually buys those games all, to really make a profit, or they would have stopped by the fifth one.
That's true.
And as far as I know, Nintendo fans will buy most Nintendo games that are pushed out there. At least in my
Wait.
experience.
I don't care who makes the game if it's good, Like, as long as the
Yeah,
game's
if it's good. Yeah.
I mean,
If it
course
feels
I
like a
don't
Nintendo game,
own an
like if Zelda gets passed on to a third-party
like
developer,
Capcom again.
yeah, if it feels like a Zelda game, like the 2D games that Capcom did, yeah, I'm all for it.
Well,
Like
and-
sometimes you don't even realize that they're made by third parties.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's better than, I like Skyward Sword, but there was a lot of flaws with Skyward Sword. And so it kind of looked like maybe Nintendo doesn't know.
Maybe
how to
they're running
make-
out of ideas.
They're running
or
out of
something?
ideas or something.
I don't know. We have to wait till Zelda.
That's true. We have to
comes
wait
out.
until Zelda U.
We have to wait for more information about.
How many
Zelda
times
U.
do they have to rebuild Skyward Sword? It was probably just.
Twice.
I think they had to
bad idea
rebuild it
begin with.
twice. Yeah, I think it was twice.
Just
Yeah.
cramming
But
in
it's a lot of
this-
courage to say this is a bad idea, and just scrap it. That's a lot of courage. I don't think a lot of people could do that.
Well, yeah.
Sega
I think
can't
it was
do
just
that.
the problem was probably the
Yeah,
motion controls.
look at Sega.
But that's supposedly what they're
Sonic.
doing with Zelda U is like something went wrong and they had to scrap something. At
I
least
heard
that's
it was
what a
just
lot of
because the
internal
overworld
reports.
was empty and they just need to add more
Yeah,
to
that,
it.
that's
Was
another-
that is that really? I thought that was just everyone just like speculating. That's what it was. But is
Well,
there actual like
they went to. Supposedly, they went to like some game.
Gamescom?
It was Gamescom.
Oh, wasn't
It
it?
was. I thought it was
I don't
GameSpot
remember.
or someone.
Oh, went to a company.
They went
Oh.
to have the reviewers go through the game to say like
Oh.
what they would have reviewed or what kind of score they would get from the game, and they said, well, the overworld's kind of empty, so it was finished at some point, or at least a semi-finished build.
At least the game overworld.
I haven't heard that. I'll have to look it up or something like that. That's
So
crazy.
that supposedly there's no groundbreaking evidence, but
So depending on how well this does, maybe Nintendo will be like, we need to give it to someone else, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
they're not going to give Zelda to
No,
anyone else.
Zelda and Mario were that rare exception where the main
Yeah.
games in those series are not going to anybody else.
No.
They don't trust anyone enough with those IPs. Those
and
IPs make
Pokemon
too
will
much
stay
money.
with.
Oh,
Game
yeah,
Freak.
but
Oh,
yeah,
it has
Pokemon.
to. Yeah, I mean, those are the three golden franchises you could essentially say of Nintendo.
Put a
that
solid
they're not giving
Pokemon
to
game on the
anybody.
Wii U and watch the sales
I think-
go up.
That'd be amazing. Why limit it? Why limit
Pokemon
it?
MMO.
Pokemon Rainbow. Oh, yeah, MMO or Pokemon
With,
Rainbow,
like-
where you get
You could totally do that.
every place.
It would
you can
totally
start
work.
wherever you want.
All 6 regions MMO. You start where
That
which
would be-
region
Yes,
you want to.
yes,
So
yes, yes. You
amazing.
start with where you want to. You start with the Pokemon that you want. You battle through everywhere, and then
Well, you gotta
can
find your
fight
own
against
Pokemon,
other
though.
people.
Yeah, you find your.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Everybody starts with Blaziken.
I would if they were to do an MMO, I would hope that they would expand the starters beyond just like the 3.
Yeah. Just don't make like Abra.
Would you
or
make-
Magikarp
I'm starting with
instead.
Rattata.
Like have 25 different options or something.
Yeah, in the new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, they have 32 different starters or something. Like some
Okay.
people you can start with. And you pick 2 of them, I think.
Anyway, so back to third-party support for Nintendo.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that Nintendo could benefit a lot more from third parties than just by
yeah,
staying
that's an
in-house.
easy
That
What they
is
need,
that
to,
goes without
what they
saying,
need to do is make them feel comfortable putting their games on the platform. Say, like, we'll support you, we'll put up this special page for you or something, and we'll promote
Advertising.
it. We'll help you
Put
advertise.
them into the direct.
Yeah, put them in the direct.
Yeah.
Like Bayonetta did decent because it was advertised.
Because people are like, wait a minute, what is this game? And then,
Right, and then like the Nindies or whatever, they're doing those 10 games or whatever. They slightly advertise them at E3, but most people didn't even know that you could download the demos off their Wii U for 15% discount at launch of the game and stuff.
Like it would be fine if Nintendo were to start putting third-party games as their big reveal end game. For
That'd
the
be
E3.
awesome.
I mean, that's what
If it's a good
that's
game,
what Sony and Xbox.
I'll
do.
buy it.
Yeah.
Right, and Nintendo still profits from it because they make money off every game that sells on
Yeah.
their service. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is if they don't feel like it's worth it to support these third parties. But if they're not going to support these third parties, they're just going to die on their console.
It's true.
So
And I think they tried to gain trust on the Wii U, but then after that launch
That
title,
launch?
it was
launch was great, but
after
it
that
didn't last very long.
No.
Yeah,
So
it's
NX
just too hard to develop on it.
And so, but we know NX. I think we can say without a doubt that they're striving to get more third-party support.
Well, they
with
showed
NX.
third parties the
Exactly.
system
That's-
already,
that's what I'm saying,
and
yeah.
the result was positive. Apparently,
So,
Well,
apparently,
If it's
According to
positive, but
reports.
are they going to support the third parties in making games for their consoles?
apparently
Let's
Nintendo
Step
is
it up, Nintendo.
taking a page from Microsoft and Sony in that they're going to focus more on contracting with third-party support instead of a gentleman's agreement, which is what they've done in the past.
Yeah, but the
And
contract
gentlemen's
still has to be
agreement.
good enough,
Right.
For the third parties. And
But
you know.
I think we're going to see a closer system to what Microsoft and Sony did.
I'd be for that.
do.
I'd be
Yeah,
for it.
I'd definitely be for that too because see, like Xbox definitely has their head screwed on right with that, and
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo needs to step up with it.
When it comes to third party, Microsoft wouldn't be here otherwise.
Yeah.
It's true.
Hey,
All they
yeah,
got is Halo.
Yeah, Halo.
Well, they have a lot now.
Yeah.
But
Now.
during like their first,
Is this Halo?
well, yeah,
They
and
didn't
Halo
even
was
own
big.
Halo though at the beginning.
They didn't own Halo?
They didn't own Bungie. Bungie was like rare to hit Microsoft as,
Until Microsoft bought Rare.
and
then
then
they
Bungie
bought
left.
Bungie.
They bought Bungie, and then Bungie left,
Dude, that
and
was the
so they moved
funniest
it
thing.
over to 343. But they
Right.
they also had BioWare as a first party studio,
really?
and they lost BioWare to EA
Wow.
halfway through the Mass Effect series, which was a big deal because Mass Effect
Huge
was a
deal.
huge first party series for Microsoft at that point.
Yeah.
And Phil Spencer now says that he wants to focus more on first party support for
Yeah.
Microsoft.
That'd be cool.
They started up like 14 new studios a couple years ago, and we're finally starting to see what kind of games that they've been making.
Yeah, Nintendo just needs to harness that.
So, what if Nintendo were to start buying more third party studios and just like forcing them to do support for them?
Like Capcom and
Yeah.
Namco.
Well, Capcom's up for sale right now.
Really?
Yeah, they've been up for sale for the past year.
Dude, they didn't get on that. Shoot.
They totally have the money for it.
Dude, is it-
Nintendo
The
has
question
money for
is
days.
it a good investment?
Mega
Like,
Man.
Would you get your money back?
Street Fighter.
Monster Hunter is
Monster
the big
Hunter.
Oh
one.
my
Hunter.
gosh, yes! You'd make so much money.
Dude, Mega Man reboot with Nintendo behind it, and then like, of course, Monster Hunter will just sell. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what Monster Hunter does. But there's like, there's so many games, so much potential with that. You could bring back Beautiful Joe 3 and actually finish the trilogy.
Can they?
They could, because
Does Capcom own it?
owns it. Clover Studios doesn't own it.
Okay.
Capcom owns it. Clover
That'd be
Studios left
pretty
and
cool.
did their own thing.
They could give it back to Platinum.
I mean, heck, Nintendo.
Wow.
So Platinum's like, wow, you came full circle. Welcome back, Joe. That would be
Let's finish
so
this.
great. They didn't finish the whole story. They only have the first and second game, and it's supposed to be a trilogy.
Right.
It never finished. That's like having Prime 1 and 2 without the 3.
But I mean, Nintendo has bought third parties before. They could do it again.
Well, yeah, but this is a
Buy
huge
retro.
one. This is like
Yeah, it is
It's
huge.
this is like
Capcom.
$1 billion investment.
I wonder why no one's like jumped on
Heck,
it
man,
yet,
they make
though.
$1 billion a year off Pokemon. They could probably just take they probably just buy it.
And
like that.
whatever it ends up being.
Namco would probably be a good one to buy. Pick up
Namco would be
too.
good.
Yeah.
We get Tails finally.
The Tales
More
of Gaia.
Tails, I mean, instead of
Bring
just
back
Symphonia.
Level
And Graces
what was
that
level
never
5?
made it to
Was
America. I wanted Graces. Tales of
Didn't
Graces.
it make it to PS3 in America?
Yeah, but it was originally slated for the Wii.
Well, right.
And it was so buggy on the Wii that they scrapped it. Like,
Oh.
they released the
Well,
game
you don't
and
want a
people were
buggy
like, "Meh."
game.
No, but they released the buggy game to Japan. And there was a lot of stuff wrong with it, and so they never released it here on the Wii. But that was just one of the many sad stories of that game for me.
Yeah, if I was Nintendo, I'd start negotiating for Capcom.
Oh yeah, definitely. They probably thrown some pitches.
Probably.
I thought that when they announced, or Ryu got leaked, that we were going to get an announcement this
That would've
evening,
been
That'd be so
awesome.
cool.
but it didn't
Nope,
happen.
Street
But we
Fighter
also
5
have to
exclusive to
remember.
PS4.
We also have to remember that Nintendo can't do a whole ton in making executive decisions like that until they announce their next CEO.
Oh.
Right.
That's true.
Well, another interesting thing to note, there was like no presence from Capcom at this last E3
Yeah,
at all.
That's another good point.
Besides Street Fighter 5
And the Mega Man Legacy Collection.
and Mega Man Legacy Collection, and then Ryu on Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I wonder if they actually had some, like, they made that character or they're just licensed him to Nintendo.
Shiny.
Give him licensing rights.
I don't think Nintendo's gonna get them.
That would be
Like maybe Sony would buy him or something. Or
that would be so good if they did, though. And heck, if Konami would actually part with a couple of games too, like series like Castlevania, that'd be nice. But
So yeah, I think that third parties are great. They should definitely make. I don't know. Like,
Third parties are
It
great,
got really
guys.
silent there. I don't know what else to say, but
there's so
I
much
think-
potential.
there is a lot of potential, and I think our discussion has come full circle on third parties. So, yeah, I guess that's enough about third parties today. So it looks like our discussion ran a little long today, but I think that's a good thing. We talked a lot about third parties that we definitely really, expect and want from Nintendo. So I think this is a good place to stop our podcast today, guys. Be sure to check out our website at virtualboys.xyz
subscribe to Twitter.
Like on the Facebook.
and subscribe to iTunes. So, yeah, thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll sign out here. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.